Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Logan Lucky. Fun fact, I love me some NASCAR. Jamie McMurray, my favorite NASCAR driver, so rocking that swag as I go and see a film set in a NASCAR setting. I was mainly drawn into Logan Lucky because the premise was based around a NASCAR event. That was the biggest draw to me. Then you add on Daniel Craig and Channing Tatum, and the pot just gets sweeter and sweeter. And then to top that off, we had Steven Soderbergh as the director, but he's been a little bit hit or miss for me recently. So that cherry on top could have been sweet, or it could have been a little bit rotten. But in the end, I think Logan Lucky is a very solid, good time. So to start the positives off, I want to talk about the acting cast because they are all having such a good time. Daniel Craig is great in this movie. I thought he was really funny. He was really embracing the role they gave him and having a great time portraying this. And when actors are having this much fun and delivering this much goodness, you can't help but to have fun and enjoy yourself with them. I also think Channing Tatum was fantastic here. Not only did he pull off the comedy bits really well, but he's one of the actors asked to kind of bring some heart and pull you in emotionally, and he does that fantastically. I also loved Adam Driver in this film. He has a much more understated role than the other two, but I thought he played this kind of weird, kind of like straightforward, kind of dumb character so well. I just really kind of connected to his character a lot. I'm definitely going to be interested if other people enjoyed his performance here as much as I did, because I think it might actually be my favorite of the bunch. I also thought Riley Kell was really good. She plays the sister, the other Logan, and she also brings heart and she brings charisma onto the screen whenever she's on. Now, of course, this is a big ensemble cast and there's quite a few cameos. Unfortunately, they make it into the negatives of the video. But we're not there quite yet, so let's go back to the good stuff. And this movie really delivers the good stuff when we are in full-on heist mode. This movie works best as a straight-up heist film. Once we actually get to the deed and get to the act is when this movie kicks it into high gear and we really start having fun. The mystery starts unfolding, the heist gets into action, and everything starts really falling into place. And it isn't an overly complicated falling into place. You're not looking back and seeing the rest of the film in a new light, or things aren't uncovered for you that you really were dying to know how they were done. There's one big mystery that is uncovered with the backtracking of what happens here in the heist. But nevertheless, it is a fun time watching it unfold. And that's the main thing here with Logan Lucky. This is escapism. Does any of this at all remotely feel real? No, it doesn't. But did I really care that it didn't feel real? No, I didn't, because I was having such a good time when we were in the thick of the action. And I also think the script was really solid. All of the dialogue worked really well. Obviously, the storyboarding worked very well, so kudos to the scriptwriters on this one. My final positive is that there is a beautiful and wonderful scene that I thought was going to go terribly wrong, but we get to this talent show pageant scene that was amazing. It's by far my favorite scene in this entire film. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was wonderful. So that might even be the biggest positive this movie has going for it. It's just this one scene that elevated all the rest of the material to me. However, I do have quite a few negatives, and I think I might be a little bit more of a downer on this film than a lot of other reviewers. But let's go ahead and talk about why I'm not quite as enthusiastic as many seem to be. So I talked about them earlier, but there are quite a few performances I don't think were very good. Now, to be fair, the four main people in this film were the four that I mentioned in the positive. So all of these people play a very supporting role or borderline cameo, honestly. And that starts with Katie Holmes. I really don't think she did anything well in this film. She looked pretty, and that's about it. Then we had Seth MacFarlane in a literal cartoon role, which I think he was having fun in too, but he was in this ridiculous wig with this ridiculous mustache and just really played it overboard. So whereas Daniel Craig was like having fun, but still delivering a solid performance, I think Seth MacFarlane was having fun, but he delivered a mess. Sebastian Stan wasn't bad himself. I think his acting was perfectly okay. But the role was just so weird. I don't really know. I just kind of was like, oh, this is a very strange character, and I don't get it. And he's in the movie for like 2 minutes tops, so. And then we get to Hilary Swank. I don't know why she decided to do her character the way she did, but it was actually distracting. It was so weird. The accent, the vocal tone, everything about what she was doing in the movie, I didn't get it. I just didn't understand. I really think she was trying to do this weird, quirky character, but it just came across strange. And Katherine Robertson is also in this film, and she's actually perfectly lovely, but she wasn't needed. Like, they gave her such a tiny, minor cameo role that it was like, oh, okay, hi, Katherine. Bye, Katherine. And when it comes to all of the actors across the board and the characterization of all of these people, it was very stereotypical, in your face, NASCAR fan Southerners. Oh my goodness, those Southern accents. Whew. And they were just so stereotyped that it was a little bit like, okay, hold up. Hold up. And I'm not even from the South, and I was like, oh, okay, we are painting in super broad strokes here, aren't we? I am a NASCAR fan, and I definitely don't relate to anybody I saw up there, but I also don't relate to a good majority of other NASCAR fans. But like the comedy with some of the negative actors here, it really felt ham-fisted quite a bit. Like, the comedy just hit you over the head. The stereotype and characterization hit you over the head. Everything kind of just, like, plopped right on top of your head. And I think the pacing was off. And a big reason why was very strange editing. This movie didn't really have a slick sheen to it at all. The editing was choppy and strange. The overall cinematography was very much like bland and kind of washed out. Thus, it moved at a very kind of slow pace. This movie starts very slow. I think it takes too long, actually, to get going and get into something. And even when we are in the thick of it, the pacing itself kind of moves at a better pace, but the editing doesn't really improve all that much. So it's just strange to see such an accomplished director sign off on such a choppy, weird edit job. Plus, obviously, as a NASCAR fan, I would have liked more NASCAR itself. I know that's not the point of the movie, but hey, what can I say? So overall, I think Logan Lucky is a perfectly solid good time. It's a good heist film, and it's okay comedy put together for a matinee-worthy film. So, that is my review of Logan Lucky. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Logan Lucky? Have you already seen it? If you have, what did you think? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!